teeny boppy bullshit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome, and with me, as always, is Hess. Today, we're talking about Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That felt good.
You're supposed to stroke it.
What up?
What up, pickle boy?
Not a whole lot, teeny boppy
I
bullshit.
added the new little Hess drop.
Teeny boppy bullshit.
When I was
Where's
editing
that from?
the other day, that's from the one of the last Harry Potters when we were talking about them, like they're starting to kiss now and make out. You're like teeny boppy bullshit.
Teeny boppy bullshit.
But it just killed me, so I was like, I gotta add that.
All right, I'll take it, I guess.
But
So before we jump in,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to. Do you like raisins?
yeah, I like raisins.
Okay, so Abby found these, and I don't know if you've. So they're sun-made raisins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're fruity raisin snacks, and they taste like fucking watermelon. And let me tell you, they're like some of the best.
I haven't had the watermelon kinds of those, but I've had some other kinds of those.
Oh
Those
my
are fucking
God.
delicious.
She found them at Target, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I'm like, "I'll try them," and I mean, it just tastes like watermelon.
Yeah, no, I gotta.
She said it tastes
watermelon.
like
that sounds
sour.
fucking. It sounds great.
What did you say it tastes like, babe?
That looks like jizz.
Sour Patch watermelon,
Oh wow!
Duh. Winning.
and they do. They taste like watermelon. I don't eat Sour Patch Kids, so I don't know, but
You don't eat
They're
Sour Patch
good.
Kids?
no.
Why not?
I mean,
You don't like? Do
You
you like
open
sour
them?
candy?
and it just smells like you just crack some watermelon gushers or something.
Nice. I might have to try some of those.
I don't know. You definitely should. You definitely should. So
But why don't,
that's what I'm gonna snack on this while we get started. So this will be my candy that I try.
well, then while you eat that, I'll try a little worm that we haven't had yet, which the flavors of. Oh, I can do a watermelon as well. I'll do a watermelon slug,
Yeah.
and you eat a watermelon raisin. All right, let me see.
It really is crazy.
All right, I think this is
I don't know.
watermelon.
I don't know how they do it.
Oh wow, that is. They feel hard, but they're like really soft and waxy. That was weird, but it's pretty fucking tasty,
Waxy,
too. Yeah.
waxy,
Mm-hmm.
like
if
you're
you
chewing
eat
on
if you eat
a candle.
yeah, almost. Or like those little bottles that you can like rip the top off and they have like juice in them, like those candies.
Yeah. Oh,
it almost
yeah.
tastes like that, or not taste like.
I
it
never
feels like that.
understood the concept of those things.
I like them, but it's always like there's never enough juice, so it's like you gotta eat the whole
I mean,
packet
like,
of shit
I
to get anything.
I shake more off my dick after I pee than what's in those things.
If only your piss tasted as good, we could have some candy for us.
I mean, but yeah, it's like pointless. Like, and then you have to bite the
Yeah.
top off.
No,
and
yeah.
you get like wax in your teeth. It's like, what are we doing here?
Right,
Like,
that's why I was saying, if I had a lot of those,
who
I'd have
made
so much
this?
candy in my teeth.
I'm sure it was probably like from like the fucking 50s or something. But
So let's see. Let's look.
so pretty gross. I don't even know what they're called. Wax bottles.
I don't know of wax. Yeah, I'm just gonna say wax bottled candy. Bottled candy.
I'm sure it'll come up.
All right. It says they first came out in the early 1900s during the Prohibition. Oh,
there you
so
go.
it was like, oh, you can't drink real alcohol, but you could eat a bottle that looks like it, like candy.
Well, but did they hide liquor in those? Did they
It
like?
didn't say. It just said it was a nostalgic candy in that time.
See, sometimes I wish we did a podcast called Random Rambling where we just ram and then we like did research
Oh, I would love that.
on that. That would be pretty cool.
Maybe we should do a side podcast for the Pleeka podcast.
Yeah.
Or like even if it's like a 10-minute thing, put out a little like this is the origin of wax bottled candy and see if
That would be
anyone gives a
interesting.
fuck.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah,
I would
you
find
never
that
know.
interesting though. I would totally watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I just created a whole new shebang.
Oh my god, we're back again.
I was trying to hit
Well,
my,
here we are.
trying to hit my
Welcome
my
back.
arrow and hit the wrong button.
Diagonally.
Pulled a little Harry Potter there.
Little
So
airy.
what did you think of the second to last Harry Potter in the franchise?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think they've definitely gotten better as we go. Like this, like after like they leave the wedding, after they like escape from the wedding.
And it's like them like in the woods hanging out.
No, they go to the coffee shop and like the two hitmen
Oh,
show up.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, that does happen right after
It
that.
it reminded me of like it was like I was like well, this is like John Wick with magic, but
Kind
like
of.
I'm like
It was like a little shootout in there.
yeah, well because it's like they're hunting them like
Yeah.
so I was like oh man it's kind of interesting like a little different like and then finally he's turned 17 so he doesn't have the trace on and
Yeah, and they didn't even celebrate his birthday. They got all upset about that.
I know and then you got all Weasley being a little jelly bean.
Yeah, Ron. I gotta say, I got rewatching it now. Ron's okay, but most of the time I could do without him.
Yeah, I mean he was wearing the necklace, so
yeah.
I mean,
Which also,
so I think
why they have to wear it?
I was going to ask that question myself. So I mean, I'm assuming they were just afraid they were going to lose it. So I was like, oh, if it's around,
yeah,
you all right?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I was just gonna fix my chair while you were talking. Sorry. It was just really short and it was bothering me.
No, you're good. I didn't know what was popping. But yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was just like, oh, like we won't lose it if it's around our neck. Like we might forget it if we sit it down.
Oh, but even like when Ron left and they had their weird little dance, almost makeout session.
Yeah.
They were wearing it and then they threw it down on the bed, and I was like, why can't you just leave it on the bed the whole time? And then you guys don't have to do jack shit. Then you guys can just make out and do whatever you want.
Yeah, because they have their little magic tent.
Yeah.
So
they were definitely popping tents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Popping the collar.
Do you think if Ron never came back, saved Harry from the lake and all that, one, I guess Harry would have died there probably. But if he survived that, do you think Harry and Hermione would have got together? Because there was a couple hints in this movie. I know they're not in the book, but a couple hints in this movie that they were thinking about it, and then they just went back to Ron and all.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think she's in love with Ron.
Yeah, well, because I only wondered because like she was like, what if we just stopped and we grew old together?
Yeah,
and like their dance part too, but I don't know. I kind of would have rather them just like have not teased that in this movie and just been like, yeah, no, it's just me and Ron. That's fine. We don't need to have a kiss.
Well, I mean, because then we saw Harry, kissing Jenny.
Yeah. But this one, there's so many fucking deaths in this one. There was a couple I know I had to have missed, but so many people died. Some off camera, which was a little weird. But
yeah, Mad Eye, he was off camera.
Yeah, he was in the beginning of the movie, and then you can't just show a scene of him dying. You had to just do that off screen. That was, I didn't like that at all.
I know.
Did that. Do I have a little him?
I know.
Yes. Well, that can sometimes happen.
But that was so weird. Also, very sad in the opening. Hermione wiping her parents' memories and then leaving the house.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Like, I get it because she's like a distance her from Voldemort and her parents and all that.
Well, and she's protecting them.
Yeah, but like also like couldn't she have just done like something to protect them, not completely erase the memory of their daughter?
Yeah, why not put like the enchantment spell around the house or something?
Yeah, and she did say that like at one point she could undo that, but I don't know if she ever I don't know if she will, because like after all this, I feel like that'd be so like it could go wrong trying to bring that back. You'd think. I don't remember what she does, but I feel like that could go so bad. I doubt they'll even get into it. I bet you we'd get no explanation of that in the next part because like there's no time probably.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. I don't know how magic works.
But I was just like,
I don't know magic realms.
I think it's kind of just like made up however they want the movies to go though.
You think? You think?
Yeah.
But, yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Let's see. Oh, I did think. I know they brought this up before. But the fact that their wands, Harry's and Voldemort's, are like brothers or twins or whatever, and they can't hurt. Yeah. They can only hurt each other. They can't kill each other.
Right.
That's kind of stupid.
It's very stupid.
It's like, oh, our swords were made from the same dude, so my sword can't break your skin. That's just like that's weird. I don't. That's so. It's just so then they can have different wands now. They have the Elder Wand, and they do all this. I bet.
Well, yeah. I mean, he had to go dig up old Gandalf. Not Gandalf.
He went to Lord of the Rings.
Dumbledore.
He crossed over. Holy shit!
Diagonally. Those are on HBO. We can watch those.
I've never seen all the Lord of the Rings.
It's so crazy because I saw all three of them in the theater.
Wow.
and loved all three of them. Third one's the best.
I watched the
I
first
do.
one as a kid with Macy and Nick, and I fell asleep.
They're
And then Nick didn't like them, so then I just never rewatched them because we just never.
They're
watched
very
them
long. They're like 3.5 a piece.
Isn't there like versions of them that you could watch that are even longer?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't delve into them that well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I think they're
I
rebooting
remember
those
watching
too.
all three.
As with
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because I don't. Although I think that one is more up in the air. Like it could be sequels or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a reboot like Harry Potter. But
yeah, maybe we just keep going with like sci-fi. We just watch all these sci-fi.
That would be interesting. That one would be a weird twist too, because you would know everything about Lord of the Rings, and I would know jack
yeah, but
shit.
it's. I mean,
fun.
I saw them in the theaters. So I mean,
yeah,
it's been.
but you'd still know more than me, probably.
Fucking 20-something years.
True. It would be.
I don't know when they came out
to see how they held up for you as well.
That would be interesting because I don't know. You know what?
I wrote down here. Will the real Harry Potter please stand up? Because when they all before the characters start dying off, they all dress up as Harry. That was kind of fun.
They did. So they came out in 2001, 2002, and 2003, and I believe if I remember correctly, they came out like Christmas Day of every year.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, but I did see them. Yeah. So.
Well, I'd be since we're doing the Quentin Tarantino ones next, I'd be totally down to do Lord of the Rings if you want to after Quentin.
Yeah.
At least that could be our option right now, unless we think of something better. But I'm totally down for that. This part's also really fucking sad. Some asshole killed Harry's owl. He went to protect him in the beginning of the movie and got zapped out of the sky. I couldn't believe. The second that happened, I was like, "This fucking owl's dead."
And then the guy just was like, I'm done. I
don't even want Harry anymore. I'm out of here. Peace out. I killed an owl. That's it.
I was like, what? I'm like, he was like, was he morally like, oh my God, I can't believe I killed the owl? Or like, what?
No, he was just like,
I'm like, what the hell?
That felt good.
I'm out of here. See you later. And then here we go. So we got George died. Mad Eye died. I don't know where's my one. Oh, I wrote Dobby died too, but that's at the end. But yeah. George, that is at least the main characters. We got George, Matt. Is that one really sour?
That was a lot. Yeah. Took a big handful there.
Ow! But yeah, so three is that the three main characters that died in this? At least that are in most of the movies, Dobby, Mad Eye, and George.
Which one's George?
George is Ron's brother, the twins.
Yeah, but I thought he was there.
The other one was he had the hole in his ear, and then they mentioned something that when they're like, no one else is gonna die, and he's like, my brother didn't die for you. So,
but didn't he show up and see them kissing, Harry and Jenny?
That was the other one. I thought. Oh, was that him? I could have. Maybe George didn't die. I thought George died.
I was under the impression he didn't.
Maybe
I'm wrong.
I'm googling it right now. Did George die in Harry Potter? If he didn't die, I've always thought that was so sad that one of those twins lost the other twin. Let's see. It says that he is. I mean, hold on. As far as I can tell, I think he is dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
Hopefully,
like I said, I was
hopefully me mixing him up and then it saying he's dead isn't a spoiler for the next movie. But I kind of doubt they would kind of kill him twice in 2 movies back to back. That seems a little much. But
you would think.
It does say he's dead, and it said that one chick did it, the one that put the hole in his head or whatever. I can't think of her name.
So it says George Weasley survived the Battle of Hogwarts at the end of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, but what happened after is not as clear for audiences. Whatever that means.
Oh, so does he die like later? That is so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It says no. George Weasley does not die in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. His twin brother Fred does die during the battle as a result of an explosion that goes off near the Room of Requirement.
So they do get attacked again in the next movie, that I'm guessing, and one of them dies.
It says Fred dies.
But how come what I just saw said that George dies?
I don't know. I just Googled, is George dead in Deathly Hallows?
I Googled, is George dead in Harry Potter? Maybe let me see. I'm going to look up which movie, and maybe that'll give me the answer.
Here, I'll just...
Which movie does George die in Harry Potter? Which Rosie twin has the most heartbreaking moments in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows book? The movie adaptation changed it. Okay. It does say one of them dies in the next movie, but it's completely different than the book. So I think that's why I was getting my answer from the book, possibly when I googled it, because I said Harry Potter and you said Deathly Hallows. That makes sense. That's weird that they would change that from the book, especially if you're killing him off anyways.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they always change stuff a little bit. I mean, they're always going to tweak certain things just so that it's not like identical.
I guess, yeah, you don't go into the movie I don't know exactly how he'll die and shit like that.
Yeah, because see, like, I don't know if I would like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that. If the movie was exactly like the book, or
yeah. Well, I guess it depends on how much you like the book too.
Yeah.
Because like some people, you'd be like, I just want to see that exactly in live action, or like however I imagined it in my head or whatever.
Right.
But then sometimes they do change shit and it is for the better. Oh shit.
I would assume.
What do you think of Ron's new light trick that he got? Because they all got
I thought that was pretty cool.
Presents from old Hagrid.
Old
Dumbledore, not Hagrid. Was Hagrid?
Yep.
What actually happened to Hagrid after he dropped them off and they all went to Ron's house?
We never saw him again.
Wow, yeah, he could have probably helped them out quite a fucking bit if that dude would have shown up. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
All the teachers were like, Harry Potter's a certain age, and they're like, fuck you, dude. We still got school to teach, so you're on your own, fuckhead.
Diagonally.
Yeah, basically, because we don't see. I mean, we saw Snape in the beginning.
Yeah,
we see Hagrid in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I mean, mostly it's just Ron, Hermione, and Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I didn't even think about
and then and then towards the end we see like the dumb bitch that didn't get killed by the centaurs.
Oh my god.
I must not tell lies.
I was so pissed that she showed back up.
Oh, I'm like, I guess she didn't get killed by the centaurs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh fuck you, bitch. And then she had to be like such a little rat faced bitch the whole time again too. Wasn't nearly as bad as the last movie that she was like in the majority of, but
this is true.
I like the callback.
I must not tell lies.
I must not tell lies, and that's when he gets the thing, the little what's it called?
Locket.
What's the? I wrote it down. They're all called that. They have to kill a Horcrux. You know, there's all these little Harry Potter terms. I feel like it's almost like Game of Thrones, and I know it's nowhere near as hardcore.
Yeah.
But God, it's hard for me to find.
Could you imagine if there was like 7 seasons of Harry Potter?
There's
nuts.
Gonna be eventually.
Well, maybe
we'll see. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if they pick up, if they like do the older like versions, or if they like start in the beginning, or
yeah.
Cause like I mean the beginning stuff is cool, but like I like the older stuff like a lot better.
Yeah, no, I do.
Like when they're older. So
yeah, I feel like they're probably gonna start young and do like a Stranger Things thing, like where you grow up with the kids from like literally you see. But like, I get what you mean. It would be more fun to just like, hey, you guys know the story. We're just gonna jump in the action here at like book 4.
Yeah, it would be cool. I think that. I mean personally, that's how I'd like to see it, but. I mean, I don't know. I haven't done any research on it, and it probably would have been better if I didn't even watch these, and then we could have just watched those. I could have watched those first.
It'll be so long. We'll probably both forget almost all of this because they haven't even cast, wrote, filmed anything for it. You know.
Probably, I'll probably forget.
It'll be 20. We'll have robot arms and legs by the time that comes out. Probably, you know.
You never know.
I should not have said that.
Did you catch the Westworld connection in this movie?
The Westworld
because I
connection.
Almost didn't. But there was a little when they drink the little like polyjuice potion or whatever, and they turn into those other people. They're walking through the building. A man with blonde hair walks up to them in the elevator. It's fucking James Delos from Westworld, Logan's dad.
Oh,
his voice sounded so familiar. He looked really young. His voice sounded so familiar, and then I started to like pick up who he was. I looked it up just to be sure, but that was James Delos in their elevator. I think that was the only part he was in. He might have been the guy too that was like chasing them at the end, but I know for sure that was him in the elevator.
That's pretty cool. I did not catch that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, Westworld connection? And then I was like, I bet you Hess doesn't notice that and doesn't give a fuck about that there's a Westworld guy.
I mean, it is what it is.
But I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. A little connection there for us.
That is cool. Yeah, I did not catch that. That's something that Jerome would catch.
I know. I should have put a little Westworld thing on the board too. We just talked about this, but I put fucking Umbridge had the Horcrux. I could. It just fits that rat would have that.
Of course she would. Did speaking of Westworld, that Peripheral? Are they making another season of that?
They are. It took them a long fucking time to renew that for a second season, but I'm glad they are.
Okay.
It started out so much like a Westworld copy, and then kind of it found its own groove and all that shit. But it was pretty fun. I liked it. It's definitely like it's not going to be the best show ever made, and it probably won't get much more than 3 seasons.
It'll never be as good as Prison Break.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like it's like just okay. You know, like I watch it, I'm entertained. I can do a little video on it, and then like all of it's out of my head.
I got
pretty much. But I do enjoy
That's cool.
it.
That's all that matters.
Amazon and Apple, I feel like, have been having a lot of fun shows like that lately. That I've been like. Do you watch any shows on Apple?
I don't. There are shows I want to watch. I want to watch Ted Lasso. I kind of want to watch that one with what is it? What's his name? The dude from Pretty Little Lies. Pretty Little Lies. Not Pretty Little Lies. Big Little Lies.
I can't think of what it's called.
Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Adam Scott. Yeah.
I can't.
It's called like Severance or something like that.
I watched the first 2 of that. I was watching with Taylor, and then we got behind, so now I gotta wait for her to be able to watch more.
Yeah.
But I've heard that show was really, really good. But I guess season 2 of that might not happen or might not be as good because I guess the showrunners they were like best friends and like had a big.
They're not friends anymore.
They had a big falling out. So
shocking.
I don't know what happened there exactly, but I guess season 2 of that is like, we'll see if that happens now.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't know. I just say it is called Severance, and I do want to watch I don't know if it's a movie. Oh no, it's a show. It's it's called Blackbird. It's on Apple.
Oh, I haven't even heard of that.
I think that's. Let's see here. Hold on here. So it says that inspired by actual events, Jimmy Keene begins a 10-year prison sentence, and he gets an incredible offer. If he can elicit a confession from a suspected killer, Larry Hall, Jimmy will be freed. So, like, basically, he's put in prison, and they want him to like get this murderer to like confess. And if he gets him to like, I'm assuming they bunk him up, and if he gets him to confess, they'll let him out of jail, or they say they'll let him out of jail.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, so it's called Blackbird. So, and it looks like there are 6 episodes. I don't know if there'll be a second season. I have no idea.
That sounds really interesting. I've never heard of that.
So, it's got Ray Liotta in it.
Oh, wow.
And then Taron Egerton is also in it. You probably know him.
Oh, yeah, I really like him. Okay. Oh, yeah, Greg Kinnear. I'm stupid. Yeah. I know all these people.
Yeah. So
it even has you won't know this, but this old guy here that's in it, he's in the new Star Wars game. He's in both of them that came out.
Would never have known.
That's the only thing I think I've seen that old dude in. But...
Would never have known. But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, good. I guess good for them to,
I've heard their shit's doing pretty good on Apple. I've heard they're the top streamer right now.
Wow, I have not a clue.
But like, I don't watch much on this. I've recently started trying to check out their shit.
Yeah, see, I just don't have I don't know. I just don't have the time. I mean, I do, but I need to make time.
Well, also, like, there's just, like, I looked on Apple the other night, there was, like, 4 or 5, like, sci-fi shows that, like, look like Westworld-ish, like, big shows that are on, like, their second season on Apple Plus that I've never heard of. And I was like,
wow.
How are these shows, like, the shows are, like, it's just crazy how much things are out there now. That there could be 2 seasons of a giant show like that, and I've never heard of an episode of it.
Here's my problem, okay? So, like, there are times... Like there was over the weekend, I don't know. I think I don't know what I was doing or whatever. I was like, I woke up early Saturday morning. I fucking like started my laundry and like cleaned up the kitchen and like I just got like little shit done. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and like watch a movie or watch a show. So then I go on and I look at Netflix and I'm like, nah, nothing. Then I go to Amazon Prime and I'm like, nah, nothing really sounds good. Then I go to like Paramount Plus and I'm like, nah. And then so like I have the idea and then it's just like I don't know what to watch. Like I don't know.
I get you 100%.
So So
I do that all the time at night, and then I'm like, I just have to turn something on, otherwise I'm just gonna be here scrolling for hours.
Basically, because like we have HBO with cable, so like there's time like the other night I don't know, there was no sports on. The Diamondbacks game was already over. They played like on the East Coast, so the game was over early. So like I just put it on like the HBO channels and I was like flipping through, and like I love you man had just started. So I was like, oh, I'll watch this.
I forgot about that movie.
I fucking love that movie. It's so good. It's a great fucking movie. But yeah, like it's stuff like that where it's just like, oh, like, or if I'm flipping through, I'm like, oh, what's this? And then like it'll catch my attention. But like I don't know if you've seen them on TikTok. I know we're getting way off of topic here.
That's fine.
But like on TikTok, I get them all the time where they're like these like 3-minute long TikToks, but they're like portions of a movie or like portions of a show. And like I'm always like, God damn, I'm like, I can't believe I've never seen this. Like there was one the other day. It's called
it's called The Walking Dead. It's about zombies.
No. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's a movie. Let me see here. Christoph Waltz. It's called like The Most Dangerous Game. I don't know if you.
I've heard of that.
But it's got Liam Hemsworth and Christoph Waltz in it. So, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, that sounds dope as shit. Because like basically like the dude's like poor, or like he's dying of like cancer. Liam Hemsworth is like dying of cancer, and then like so he goes to like I'm assuming this Christoph Waltz is like a rich like businessman, and he's like asking for a loan, and he's like, I can't really give you a loan. He's like, you're diagnosed with cancer, like you're not gonna live long. He's like, but if you play this game, like where like you're basically being hunted like by people who like, so it's like Hunger Games, but like you're hunting people, So and I was like, damn, I'm like, I can't believe I never fucking heard of this.
I've heard of that a little bit. But, like, I don't know, like, the main story of that. Like, I've never heard of it. You said, but the only one of that I've heard of that I want to watch just came out around the same time as that Liam Hemsworth one. Because I remember I only knew about that one a little bit because me and Taylor were confused with it. Because a guy from the challenge named CT filmed a movie called The Most Dangerous Game. And he was the guy that they're hunting for and all this shit. But they made, like, an indie version of the movie.
Okay.
So like there was a couple that came out last year, but I was like, what the fuck? And like, so the first time I heard about it was the guy from the challenge playing in it, and we were like, that is so weird.
Because I really like Christoph Waltz. Like I love him in Django.
I'll watch him in like anything.
I love him in Inglourious Bastards. Like
he's a good villain in the 007 movie as well. I love him in those.
I've never seen any of those. I've seen like one or two, but I've never seen a lot of those movies.
Oh yeah, he's in a couple of the more recent ones, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I got the 10-minute notice, so let me just rapid fire go through my last couple notes, and then just talk about everything Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what did you think of the Tale of Three Brothers? The little animated thing. You get the wand. You get the what was it? The wand, the robe, and then there was something else that the guy got, but I don't remember what the third one was.
I don't remember the third one either.
Was it a sword? It wasn't a sword, was it?
I feel like it might have been.
It's whatever their little symbol is, the little circle with the line and all. Here, let me look up what the fucking Tale of Three Brothers.
I don't remember. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cheesy. I get it. Like they don't want to show it, like because I'm sure they wanted to keep like the rating at a PG-13 or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. But I was just like, man, I'm like that would have been cool. Like if they would have. I mean, you don't have to show it, but like you could have like not animated it. You know what I mean? Like
they could do like a Game of Thrones thing where they just do a spin-off of the Tale of Three Brothers, and that's an HBO Max show.
No, let's not do that.
So they got it was the stone. So. I should have put where is the stone on the fucking board. Silly.
Where is the stone?
But they got the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Now, I did wonder, because they never flat out said, does that mean Harry's Cloak of Invisibility is the one that these guys got from death? Or is that just another invisibility cloak that these fuckers have?
Yeah, I don't know. I was.
Did you assume it was the death one? Because I assumed that, but I don't know if that's right or not.
I didn't assume it. I was wondering. I wonder if like, is that literally the only invisibility cloak that's
Yeah,
available?
because he got that from his dad,
Because I was
right?
like,
But wasn't
that's
it a
pretty
gift? Like,
fucking rare.
yeah,
If that's the only
yeah.
one.
And then he just hears this,
Like,
and at Hogwarts, he has that, and then
yeah.
Dumbledore
Is
has
that?
the Elder Wand. Like all those items are
Yeah.
just right there at this one
Yeah.
magic school.
And then he has that little pamphlet that like shows everyone's footsteps when they're walking around and shit.
Yeah. Do you think he ever sees like a footprint here and a footprint right behind someone, and he's like, "Oh, they're fucking." Like he can see
Probably.
all the shit. Like I wonder
Maybe.
how detailed is that? I wonder. You know.
I don't know. It shows footprints.
Yeah, it's you think it would show a little more than footprints and a name, because like that's not
It
too
probably just shows like in main hallways. Like I'm sure it doesn't show in like rooms and stuff. I mean, I don't know, maybe it does. But
I guess yeah, because that would be weird. To, like they go into the bathroom, you see little two footprints in like a stall. You're like,
they're
fucking
pooping.
Hermione's taking a big shit in there. Okay,
yeah.
we'll leave her be.
Well, when women pee, they sit down too. So they always could be
true,
peeing.
but maybe like on his little thing, it might say like,
yeah,
it's stinky in there. Don't go in there for a few minutes. Taking a massive shit.
There you go.
I loved how, just like all the other movies, Dumbledore kind of like flat out tells them everything. Even when he's dead, he like through the grave, he gives them all these items and all that. But it took them more than half the movie to remember the sword. Like, oh, you know the sword you killed the snake with, and then you did the thing. Oh, you could just do that to get, and then they found their way and all that. But like, if he gave you that sword with giving you all these other things, wouldn't you think that was important? And like, we should try to find that sword no matter what. Like, that's obviously.
Well, I think
and they're like, Dumbledore gave you everything and didn't tell you how to kill it. He did give you a sword, but he didn't tell you how to kill it. Like, it was a little dumb on their part. Yeah. But I was like, it took you guys way too long to put that together of the sword to beat this shit.
Yeah. It was interesting. I don't know. I felt like they were always looking for it, but it was just like, I mean, like, I don't know. That's like me telling you, go find a needle in Phoenix. Like, you know what I mean? Like the specific needle.
Exactly.
Like, where do you know what I mean?
But if you died and you left that needle to me and left me something else to destroy, I'd be like, oh, I have to find that needle no matter what, because that needle is obviously important to Hess's plan.
Yeah, I understand that. But I mean, like, you wouldn't know where to start.
But the sword is like, it's magic. It appeared to them and
the
thing and all that.
Jerome,
so you think
it's
it'd be
in
special.
Phoenix. It's in Phoenix.
That's helpful. They didn't even know.
All...
They didn't even know that. No, it was in a fucking river for some reason.
I know.
I don't know how it got into the river, but it was just in the river.
A pond.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Oh, Ron left and then came back a hero. He's like, "Fuck you guys." Oh, Harry, you're drowning. Let me help you.
He's like, I wanted to come back right away, but I just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. So, I put Harry and Hermione almost made out, but we already talked about that.
Yep.
Ron gave Harry a new wand because he just had a wand in his pocket that he stole from somebody or in his bag.
Yep.
And then the last couple, they I thought was kind of fucked up. They cut Mudblood into Hermione's arm when they got captured by what was her name? Is that Bellatrix? Is that who
Bellatrix.
And then Dobby dies after all that. But I want to point out again, as far as we know in this movie, they never took away Hermione's little ability to time travel, right?
Not that I.
So why haven't they done that again? They're letting all these people die and get maimed and all kinds of fucked up shit, and they can just go and time travel.
Maybe that's what the whole last movie's about. I don't know.
Oh shit! I'm complaining. I forget last movie. They go back to the first movie. They're children again. That'd be fucking nuts.
I would be like, well, I'm glad I wasted my life.
I just feel like they should have, if they're never going to use it again in another movie, take it away at the end of the third movie, so that way we don't wonder why they aren't time traveling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's bothered me every movie that like they have all these problems. they have so many problems, and they're like, we can't undo that though. They undid it.
Literally,
they fixed a bird coming back to life, and his like uncle dude got out of jail.
Well, and Ron's arm, but that was with some drops or something.
Yeah, but like, you could have time traveled, and that would have all been fine. It just makes no sense.
The funny thing is it did not cross my mind at all.
Think about a next movie. Any problem they have, you're like, oh, you guys could time travel.
But see that? I mean, that takes away from like why even watch the movie.
It does, but also they can go wibbly wobbly woo, and they fix shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. This is true.
But it's just, it just makes me laugh that like they've never taken that away from us. So, like like, you'd think she'd be like, oh, fuck, I time traveled to get to class so I get a better grade. Maybe I could use this so that way Ron or anything is better.
It's quite, yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
And I'm sure
totally
tons of people have complained about this before in Harry Potter, but it just bugged me this time watching. I was like, what the fuck? Why,
I did not watch any. I didn't look up any Reddit threads on Harry Potter, so
maybe I should.
But I'm sure
I'll
it's.
bring
I'm
back
sure
some
it's in
research
there.
next episode, and I'll be like, this is why she's not time traveling. They mentioned here, and here.
Yeah. You're like, I found the Harry Potter Reddit thread, the official one.
Oh, if they have mentioned it, and I'm a dumbass,
shut up, bitch.
I don't need to hear it in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know,
but
I just play dumb because I don't.
Like,
I really
never
knew.
Never
knew.
So, do you have any expectations for the last movie? One movie left in the Harry Potter franchise. Well, I mean, I guess not really because there's the spin-off shit, but no one cares about those.
No, I don't really have any expectations. I mean,
any characters you think are gonna die, or any twists you see coming? Like you've been expecting this.
I feel like Snape has to help at some point. I don't know.
What if Snape's the ultimate villain?
Maybe.
And he eats Voldemort and shits him out right in front of Harry.
There you go. That would make him the hero.
So that's your prediction for the
I feel like
he
has to. I feel like he has to help. Like I feel, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. And then like Malfoy's a little biatch. He just keeps
oh my god, Malfoy and his dad, nothing in this series at all ever makes them look good in any way whatsoever.
Oh my god, these guys are dirt balls.
Like, the only decent thing that Malfoy's done is he was a little bit afraid to say that was Harry Potter when they were captured. So then, like, it made that take a little longer, and it got them away, kind of.
Speaking of that, was that a spell she put on him to make him look?
I don't know.
Like
she just like fucking swole his
I'm
face
like,
up.
What is going on here?
Yeah, that was so weird. And then of course Dobby saves them and fucking takes a knife to the chest at the end of that. So sad. Such a sad way to end the movie. Well, I guess technically the movie ends on a cliffhanger with Voldemort and the lightning, but it could have just ended at Dobby. I feel like that would have been better. You could have done the Voldemort thing in the opening, the next or something.
Yeah.
I did find I really liked this movie, but some of that random cuts with stuff like that was a little hard to follow. Of like seeing Harry's visions, you know?
Yeah. And then I still don't know who sent the little floating orb.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. They both saw that. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, well, because Ron was like, "I thought you sent it," and Harry's like, "No, I thought you sent it."
Yeah, I bet you we'll see something in the next movie about that, but I have no idea. Maybe it's Snape. Maybe he was wiggling around the woods and he's doing stuff. I have no idea.
Maybe.
Maybe that was Hagrid. Hagrid was along the whole time. He saw them fight and had to send one of those guys for him.
Maybe it was Hermione time traveling.
Oh, shit. That's a good answer. Oh, what a good one to end it on. Holy shit.
Fuck the prime time, bitch.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. Next week is the last Harry Potter we will be covering, and then we're moving on to the Quentin Tarantino movies. It's kind of crazy. This went by so fast watching all these Harry Potter movies. I did have a blast. I'm glad we rewatched them. It got me to start playing Harry Potter Legos. I've really, really, really enjoyed Harry Potter, which I didn't know I actually liked these movies as much. Check out our Clip channel, our TikTok, our Instagram, our Twitter, anything that, social media, and you can go follow that.
Diagonally.